Within 7 months of his meeting Nadezhda Bukarinovna, her husband Isievich Romanov and she were walking out of the chapel, hanging on to each other's straw hand. She rose-cheeked, her head adorned in delicate flora, the young noble frame of her figure white-gowned in sparkling magnificence. On a day when the Montbrison was raging, the August sunshine turned itself on them, and the summer breeze passed over their head and strummed its harp music of the sea and moon, as the church blew a glad wind-blown Nadia on its bells. The bride's and bridegroom's colleagues made an arch of honour with gardening and farm implements. Nadia turned from one implement carrier to another, clasping her hand across her mouth as she laughed in her taken-aback joy. It would have required the philosophers of ancient Greece to describe Yevich Romanov's state of mind. If you saw his eyes, you saw the whole story. He was perhaps of one mind, astonished that it should be he standing one flesh with Nadia, he who for so long felt a common sparrow among the eminent falcons and eagles of society, he who now with Nadia Nadezhda Bukarinovna was on the grass bank of the chapel, gazed up at by the village. And he was perhaps of another mind, that he ought to be displaying a dignity which was fitting. He felt a warm and itching awkwardness in his light three-piece suit and buckled shoes. At the reception, he hardly removed his gaze from his goddess, Nadia of the hair shining like the leaves of May. In his public speech, he stuttered from John Donne's poem, The Good Morrow. I wonder, by my troth, what thou and I did till we loved. In private, as he sat down at the table, he whispered in her ear, in English he'd rehearsed, "You're friggin' heaven, and we're gonna live for friggin' ever." From poetry of Ishi von Baden. Twang, 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 she said, with a hand on her heart, as if struck by the mock arrow of love's great archer.